So we were given the equation f of x equals negative 3 squared plus 6x plus 2. So we were asked to find the discriminant value, so we'd have to use the quadratic formula, which is b squared minus 4ac. So negative 3 equals a, 6 equals b, and 2 equals c. We're going to plug these numbers into the quadratic formula, which would be 6 squared minus 4 parentheses negative 3 times 2. So first we're going to do 6 squared, which would be 36, then minus 4, and what's in parentheses, you'd multiply that to give you negative 6. So then we do negative 4 times negative 6, which would be positive 24. Then we're left with 36 plus 24, which would give us the discriminant value of 60. Then we're asked to figure out what type of solution it is, and it would be one real solution since we only have one answer. Then we are asked to find the vertex, and we would use the vertex formula, which is a parentheses x plus d squared plus e. So as we saw above, a equals negative 3. So we need to figure out what d and e is. And the formula for d is d equals b over 2a. And when we plug in the numbers, it would be 6 over 2 times negative 3. And 2 times negative 3 would be negative 6. To simplify the fraction, it would be 6 divided by negative 6. So that would leave us with d to equal negative 1. Then we need to figure out what e is, and the formula for e is e equals c minus b squared over 4a. So we plug in our numbers, so that would have 2 minus 36 over 4 times negative 3. So we do what's in parentheses first. So 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So negative 36 over negative 12 would equal positive 3. So this would, 2 plus 3 would be 5. So E equals 5. Then we take the vertex formula again, which is a parentheses x plus d parentheses squared plus e, and we plug in the numbers that we found into the formula. So that would be negative 3 parentheses x minus 1 squared plus 5. Then we would use the vertex form to find the vertex, and the vertex form formula is y equals a parentheses x minus h parentheses squared plus k. In this case, h equals d and k equals e. So h would equal 1 and k would equal 5. And the vertex would be h and k. And as we saw right here, that would leave the vertex to be 1 and 5. So now that we found the vertex, we need to find the vertex form. So we would take the vertex formula, which would be a parentheses x plus d parentheses squared plus e. And as we have solved before, we have a equals negative 3, d equals 1, and e equals 5. So we would plug these numbers back into this equation. So it would be negative 3 parentheses x minus 1 parentheses squared plus 5. So this would be the vertex form, and we just plugged in the numbers that we found out to check that our vertex is correct.